All right. All right. I already see your face. I already feel like your energy might not be correct. Please correct your energy when you come into the space. Six packs dice, Mr. Land. If you need me, beloved, I'm here. Hope you all are doing well. We are here to continue chopping this fable of the Twin Flames universe. I'm committing to all things, and I have all things, and I'm doing all things this year. So, enough jibber jab. Listen, bro. That's the hip hop in me. I can't just come in here and take it easy. But anywho, so we're continuing to chop this fable called the Twin Flames universe. If you are not familiar, the Twin Flames universe is basically like a love cult. It's a cult where I think all cults sell love, right? But this is a cult where two very regular people, you know what I mean, Jeff and Julia, this couple created a love cult where they sell you they basically sell you a toxic relationship, right? Because what they do is look for people who are mentally unstable, people who are really into alternative lifestyles like being poly and pansexual and all this other nonsense. Because I'm saying right now, people who subscribe to that kind of stuff, they have crazy love lives or just this difficult and painful love lives. Honestly, like the Twin Flames universe is also, it's pretty much like it's like if reinventing the wheel was an experiment, it's that experiment going wrong. Almost every time people try to reinvent the wheel with something, it's always this. It's almost like they can fail, but being as though there's a spiritual aspect to it, it's like willful failure, or it's like the kind of failure where people can't really comment on it because just because of the context of your failure, right? So this right here, is a situation where they meet these people, like I said before, the people who are vulnerable, and what they do is kind of instigate a relationship, right? You watch the documentary, you watch them pressure these people into pursuing people who do not want them, or people who have expressed, "Hey, I don't like you," or "I'm not interested in you in that way," and they'll say, "No, this is your twin flame." Hey, listen, you can't be a pussy. So they kind of peer pressure them into becoming stalkers, and what they also do is create a perpetual loop of drama in their lives, so that they're always kind of coming back to Jeff and Julia for this guidance. It's like, all right, well, they got me this far. Let me go ahead and go back, right? So, anywho, last time I gave you a breakdown on the sisters. This time I'm giving you a breakdown on two other sisters. Now, hold on. Let me stop sharing this real quick. 1 second. Let me share their picture so you know who I'm talking about. All right. So this is Keely. Okay. Let me see if I can get into the actual gallery. No? Okay. Oh, well, I guess not. All right, well, whatever. So this is Keely. I'm go ahead and blow it up for you, okay? Now, Keely is one of the people, very similar to Stephanie. She's one of the people who kind of, again, becomes one of the poster childs for the concept of the twin flames. I'm sorry, my bad. I didn't break down with the twin flame. Twin flame is basically what's supposed to be is your ultimate lover, okay? Someone that gets you on so many different levels, and it kind of expands on really expands on that whole Disney love type of thing. I think women and people in general are more primed for this kind of thing because of watching so many Disney movies. Where, all right, this is a very unique couple, or a particular couple that got together and they found their way to each other, and it could be an Aladdin and Jasmine story, which is a terrible story. Okay, and we'll get into that at a different time, but it really expands on the idea of a soulmate and the idea that there's only one person you can have a relationship with. You know what I mean? Whether or not, and again, being a twin flame has nothing to do with whether or not you guys align with your values and morals or on a spiritual level. It has everything to do with cosplay and all that. I mean, it's like they're trying to make it sound spiritual, but it's mostly Jeff and Julia just kind of jacking you off a little bit. You know what I mean? And for a crazy person, this is just perfect. Okay. So I'm gonna hopefully my channel don't get flagged for doing this, but I'm gonna go ahead and share the audio. Before I get there, let me go ahead and I want to share a picture of basically the twin flame. I guess you could say Kolby's what's the name? Hilly's twin flame. His name is Kolby. I'm gonna share a picture of that with you guys as well. And I want you guys to listen to how Keely talks about relationships and talks about how she met this guy. So Kolby is pretty much so this is a great example of how Jeff and Julia force relationships on several different levels. Levi, you're good. Levi, I'm recording, okay? You can go ahead and do what you gotta do, okay? I'm recording. Go ahead and do what you gotta do. You put go to 1G. Sure. You got it, babe. Go ahead. All right, so they represent, all right, boom. The twin flames thing can happen. Now, what were they a good match, a good couple? Absolutely not. So I'm gonna let y'all hear Keely break down the relationship and also her views on, I guess, love and relationships and stuff like that, and how she so-called got into this relationship with this guy. And but this is kind of like the common theme. A lot of times these twin flames would find people who are also mentally unstable, and then Jeff and Julia are encouraging them. Hey, that's who you need to be with, right? Oh, 1 second, guys. All right, so I just want to give you guys a picture of them and all that, and I'm gonna give y'all a picture of her sister. So what makes this story unique is the fact that Keely is one of two sisters that were both involved in the Twin Flames universe. Now, Marley is Keely's sister. Marley was introduced to the Twin Flames universe straight out of high school. This is a young person, right? And I'm gonna let you guys hear a little bit of how Marley talks too. Both the sisters know nothing about relationships and just do them. And it's a shame because these are two nice looking girls, pretty girls, right? And they represent the pretty girl that you actually can kind of get with without a lot of material stuff. A lot of times, if you meet a real pretty girl and she'll say stuff like, I don't care about money, I don't care about that. And don't get me wrong. You don't want to deal with anyone who's too materialistic or driven by physical things and whatnot, right? But this is the kind of pretty girl that you'll meet. Let me show the picture again. My bad. Did I show the sister? Hold on, I'm sorry. 1 second, y'all. Where is the sister? There we go. All right. All right, and that is Marley. Shout out to Marley. Marley's the younger sister. So, both of them just demonstrate that they both. They was just set up for failure. You're also going to hear them talk about the mother and whatnot. It kind of, and I'm going to break down the mother's role in all of this, and also, these is also, the mother's role, and also the father's not mentioned at all. So I'm assuming that there's no father. But going back to my other point about this is the kind of pretty girl that you can meet and say, wow, she's really attractive and whatnot, and she'll pull you in, right? And then piece by piece, she'll let you know, I don't do that norm. I don't do that norm. These are the kind of girls you meet and everything. Y'all vibing and whatnot. Y'all smoking. And she says, hey, I'm actually poly. Well, I don't believe in relationships and everything. I'm gonna remove her. Give me a moment. I want to go to the beginning.
Apartment. The meat grinders scared me. The smells scared me. The floor was covered in a layer of
This
fat.
is
So
Keely talking about when she first met Kolby.
And he came in and helped me
Fair use.
during that shift and pretty much saved me. I thought maybe it was a sign or something. We were supposed to meet.
Let me take it back.
School. Click to learn more. That is priceless.
This is the beginning of like Keely's part
That's
in the
me and Kolby in their promo video.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna break down how they met.
I met Kolby. I was working in a grocery store. I was in the meat and seafood department for the first time without any training. And I was terrified of everything in that department. The meat grinders scared me. The smell scared me. The floor was covered in a layer of fat, so it was slippery. And he came in and helped me during that shift and pretty much saved me. I thought maybe it was a sign or something. We were supposed to meet.
Let's go ahead and touch on that real quick. So listen to how she's talking about how they first met, right? What she's talking about now, listen to how she describes the store, right? And listen to the choice of words. Whenever a woman tells stories, listen to their choice of words so you can really understand what's really going on. Keely, like everyone else in this documentary, are people who either have behavioral issues or they have developed severe behavioral issues. What she's talking about is extreme anxiety. Okay, she was not surprised, or it wasn't just this dropped on her. Hey, you're gonna work in this place today, and it's gonna be slimy and nasty. They definitely talk to you about what you're gonna be doing when you interview for the job, right? And not that she's doing anything wrong, but what she's describing is the intense anxiety that people who have these issues deal with. Going to work and having a job and taking care of themselves is a very challenging thing. Very challenging. Okay. So naturally, right? Naturally, I don't know if this is her first job and whatnot, but she talks about being afraid of everything. That is not normal to be afraid of everything. Okay. She also mentions, this guy came out of nowhere and saved me. I thought it was a sign. People, like crazy people, always talk about signs. Don't get me wrong. It's one thing to look at a trend or something that may, maybe the first of many bad things that happen. But when you hear people talk about signs, people like this always want a sign, because waiting for a sign or calling things a sign speaks to bad decision making. It means that you are not able to make a logical decision based on what you observe. Also, when she talks about with this guy, right? So she's going to demonstrate how much, again, people who are in bad relationships or wind up in these kind of situations is because they don't know anything about men. Well, let's say, let's just say for this example right here, the women, right? Obviously, Keely does not know anything about men and does not respect or want to understand how men operate. When women don't know how men operate, they want to know what a crazy dude like Kolby. You'll find that Kolby a little cuckoo in a little bit, okay? Let's keep cooking.
He would buy me coffee before our shift started. He would buy me lunch, and it was always my favorite vegan rolls. I was pansexual, and he was okay with that. It seemed like he was like interested.
My bad, I was muted. Y'all heard that, right? Y'all heard that? A pansexual. Pansexual, if you guys are not aware, means that it's not someone who gets very turned on by cooking and gets very turned on by the smell of fried chicken. In that case, I am a pansexual. I get very aroused at the smell of fried chicken. A pansexual is someone that's saying, I can be attracted to your foot. I can date your dog. Your grandma, even if I'm a lady, I can rock with your grandma. Pansexual basically means I do what I want. I do what I want. Right? But anywho, but fellas, and really just anyone, when you hear someone, listen, if you are a straight person, all right, and someone comes along saying that they're poly, pansexual, anything besides I want to be married with kids, let's go ahead and run. Let's go ahead and run away. You know what I'm saying? No, you might cramp up, you might pull your hammy, but you're gonna have to run away. Don't walk, run. Let's go ahead and let old girl cook.
Interested in me. But unfortunately, it didn't work out. He said he was confused and didn't want to be in a committed relationship. And so I was devastated.
So he breaks up with her.
I ended up moving across the country back to Massachusetts to be with my family. Yeah. But I couldn't stop thinking about him. I had heard about this spiritual concept of twin flames. Boom. Someone who you have a very deep connection with that goes beyond just like your physical attraction. And I thought Kolby was maybe my twin flame. I specifically Googled twin flame couples because I was curious to see if there were any twin flame couples talking about these things. When I looked that up, I saw Jeff and Shalia on YouTube and started watching their videos.
Hi, I'm Jeff.
And I'm Shalia.
We're creating.
So let me break down this feeling because this starts with a feeling, right? And let me break down what Keely's actually feeling. That's not about a connection. The reality is this: since the beginning of time, we have gotten with people that we know. People do not meet an endless amount, an endless stream. People do not get endless opportunities to meet the love of their life or meet someone who could be a person that they can be with for the rest of their life. Even though I think that, two people who have the same beliefs can get together. If they're around the same level of attractiveness, the same level of class and education and income and stuff like that, y'all can get together. Ain't nothing stop y'all from getting together. That's the main thing that keeps people from well, it's that and also the laws, But anywho, a person like Keely also is very vulnerable to the idea of this is pretty much an excuse to act crazy, okay? But also, like I'm saying before, people do not just meet people all day long, especially women. Like when women, because women cannot go get the man they want. They know what they're attracted to, right? And they know what they want to attract. But women cannot go and say, hey, I want this kind of man, and you just going to get it. All she can do is put herself in the vicinity of that man, let that man know she's interested, and he has to do the rest, right? But what Keely was just feeling was you don't know no one else. And also, I saw a YouTube video the other day. I didn't watch it, right? But the title was "Women Hate Men." And I didn't watch the whole video, but I think that what they're trying to say is, if we look at the data that we get from dating apps, right? They say that women swipe right about 5 to 10% of the time. And this is the average woman. This is regardless of who she is, how she looks, where she's from, how old she is. Women are that selective, whereas men swipe right about 50% of the time if they're on a dating app, right? Women are very selective. So I think with that comes, to a certain degree, having this disdain for any. What it turns to is the woman starts wanting the man to be perfect, or she starts to form her own idea of what he should be and how he should operate and whatnot. Like I said, in this situation right here, her not understanding men and understanding that if this man's coming to you and saying, I don't want to be with you, that's the end of it. A man who wants a relationship, he's not in a relationship with you, or he hasn't exited the relationship because he wants you to come chase after him. He's communicated, hey, I'm not into you that way. All right. And because Keely is not looking for a husband. Soulmate, twin flames, all that other bullshit. That's not the same as saying husband. What about, and again, this is what I mean by reinventing the wheel. When you reinvent the wheel, dumb shit starts to happen. And that's how you wind up in this situation right here. This all started from her not understanding what it means for a man to like you and want you, and what he does when he wants to be in a relationship with you. All right. And on another level, this also shows the effect of not seeing your mother and father love each other and have your mother and father around. Also, Keely and Marley prove how much if the man is not there to regulate emotions, you will make someone mentally ill when they get older because they don't know how they don't know how to realize it ain't that serious, or I'm overcomplicating things, or that doesn't actually work. That's not logical. When women who grow out their father, they're the most likely to be queer, pansexual, polyamorous, or just really just lawless. No spirituality. You know what I'm saying? And they mostly want to be in situations where they can do whatever they want, and they wind up in these messy situations. Let's go ahead and let them continue to cook.
Creators of TwinFlamesUniverse.com, your source for twin flame everything. First, let's start with who is your twin flame. Your twin flame is your ultimate lover, your perfect complement of all.
Jeff and Julia were a married couple, and they seem to have all of these answers about relationships, and that's something that I was looking for.
We'll see you in more videos and on our website.
I clicked the link on their website, which brought me to their Facebook page, and it was like this whole giant community of people talking about working together to true love.
Sister.
Oh, it sounds
Guaranteed.
to that space. It Bob.
Well, it was really fun.
And
But the
alternative life, you suffering.
I want to get to the sister.
Her.
My sister, we went through a lot of things
So this
together.
is Molly talking.
We both had
Pay attention to how they describe mom and how generous they are. Generous she is with how she describes her mother's parenting. What you about to hear is keys to the origin story that leads these young, beautiful women not reaching their potential at all, wasting the best years of their life in every way possible, right? Listen to how they talk about mom, and I'm going to break down what they're actually saying. Sorry, I keep having to jump in and out, man. I'm doing a lot of different things. I'm following. I'm making ribs. Respect that shit. Anywho, my bad, y'all. Let's go ahead and let her cook. Sorry if I'm gonna lose my train of thought.
our mom, who very difficult to deal with. And Keely was like the only one who really understood our shared childhood. I was 18, so just out of high school. Keely invited me into the open forum on Facebook.
My bad. Hold on. Let me break down what she just said about her mother. What she's saying, her mother was verbally abusive and emotionally abusive. Okay? And again, and not that I'm expecting her to trash her mother, but when someone says very difficult to deal with, if someone has to mention that as a part of the experience of that person, or when it comes to describing that person, that means that's the impact. That's the main thing that she can say that in terms of an impression that her mother made on her. That's the main thing. Okay, whatever experience that people have as children, especially if it's abusive, the only thing that person can mostly do is get older and find someone else to abuse and confuse. All right, they're gonna do one or the other. You know what I'm saying? Either they're gonna confuse and abuse, or they're gonna do both. All right, just made that up on the spot. Okay, because people like this, again, being as though they don't use logic to make decisions, and they like signs. These people like to be told, "Listen to what my horoscope says today," rather than say, "You know what? Let me get my shit together. I'm gonna read the horoscope. I'm gonna play with the crystals. I'm gonna do yoga. I'm gonna do a downward dog. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do everything but try to have an actual relationship with a male, with a man." Instead of male, a man. That's the solution to both their problems. And this also shows you how every woman is not good on their own. Now I can't show you the visuals and whatnot, but Keely is not somewhere doing it up. She look like she's in a trailer home. She looked cold the whole. If we see this thing and it's dark in there, she looked cold throughout the whole documentary. She got her jacket on while doing it. That means there's no heat where she lives at. I'm not saying to issue her nothing like that, but this girl's riding a bike, and there's no heat where she lives at. She has to start. He talks about how when she left this coat, she had to start her life completely over again. Had she gotten, this is an attractive girl, guys were checking for her. Had she been attracted to a masculine man, that's another thing too. Women like that are not attracted to masculine, healthy men. They're attracted to basically like these. How do I put it? Like these like overly woke guys, these guys who call themselves feminists, who are really, they're always weasels. Always, all right? Any guy who ever told you he's a feminist or he's pro-women or he starts coming like that, those are not man thoughts. You want a man who has man thoughts, okay? Anywho, I'm gonna let a little more of this play, and we're gonna wrap up for part 1, all right?
And then I joined the classes.
I'd like to introduce our new student today, Marley.
Hi. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, welcome. We're happy to have you.
Shalia definitely was what kind of drew me in, I think.
Listen to how he talks about Shalia. Listen to how she speaks about Shalia, okay? And
rejection, and then acceptance, and then I get my big payday.
Yeah.
She wasn't afraid of being herself, and she just had
Here's
this
himself.
boisterous laugh that was kind of infectious.
Like a walking miracle in your life. I don't know how you don't believe at this point.
I do. It's just I can't always do that.
And that's something I was wanting to be. I wanted to be open with who I was. I was very reserved and quiet. I was mostly intrigued about the self-improvement aspect because I did not join Twin Flames Universe with a twin flame. My philosophy was I do not want to settle for anyone. I'm gonna wait until I'm 30 to even think about marrying anyone.
All right, we go ahead and stop it there. I'll be here all night. Y'all heard that, right? What she just said is one of the most dangerous mindsets a young lady could have. Most dangerous. Because it basically means her whole, as far as her love life, she's not going to have one. Most girls in this generation right here, or if they don't get it together right now, I hope that people are learning, and I have hope for the future. But she represents the mindset of young women right now where they think a relationship is optional. Not realizing that it's optimal to your survival. You will not do well. There's no one to pour into you. There's no one to mature you. There's nothing too. Women become women through the man they're with. The man matures because he brings you over the threshold of womanhood. Because he makes you a mother, makes you a wife. He gives you, because we elevate through responsibility, and our duties and roles expanded. That doesn't happen when you don't become a wife and a mother. Y'all, most women are not going to have no high-powered job where they're in charge of everyone. I don't want that aspect either. A lot of us are regular freaking people. A lot of us are cogs in the system, and a lot of y'all are just workers, and it's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Having so much of a desire to over-exist. You want to over-exist. You can't just be on. A lot of women can't over-exist. I mean, they can't just exist. And be happy with having the basics is how you enjoy life. Family is how you enjoy life. A girl, because they still wanted relationships. Because if they did not want to be with a man, they want to join no damn cult to get one. You want to join love sorcerers. You think Jeff and Shalia are love sorcerers. And they're going to magically bring happiness into your life. But the young woman saying that I had the mindset of I don't want to settle for anyone. I'm not getting married till I'm 30. Ma'am. And this is why it's dangerous to teach girls that you control men. You do not control men. That's why men have to stop doing that. This is also the result of men who lie about how this goes. You make these young women think that, oh, it's cool, it's sweet out here. I can wait till I'm 30. And don't get me wrong, she may pull it off at 30, but it does not make sense put yourself out there, and the only thing you're going to do is put more miles on that car. Collect more bad experiences. Now you get more and more jaded. All right? It's like, yo, I'm out here. I'm meeting women in their 30s. I'm telling you, bro, ain't pretty, ain't sweet. These women don't know how to connect with you like that. If anything, it's one big skullduggery game. I'm sorry. One big game of skullduggery. Where it gotta be mind games. It gotta be this and gotta be that. But anywho, what else you said? So we addressed time. 30 years old. Man, 30 is when you're supposed your child's supposed to be a couple of years old at that point. Supposed to have a baby or two at 30. If you're gonna have kids. But thinking that ain't nothing going to happen, it's all going to be sweet. It's another thing, too. When you don't explain to a young girl, you will not be young forever. Young people know that, but the young woman needs to understand that. And I will behoove you, do not waste time on dumb shit like this. Okay? What else she said? She talked about what she admired about Julia. This is also the danger of a young woman, a woman in general, not knowing what it means to be feminine, to be soft, to be a nice person, to be giving, to be nurturing. Learn what I can't define that for you, but go learn what it means. I had to learn how to be a man. That's why I told all young men, learn how to move your body, find you a hobby, find you about three trades you can do. Between 18 and 35, you should find 3 ways to make money. I don't care if it's some bullshit. You know what I mean? Find them. Because a man has to know how to be resourceful. A man has to be able to solve his problems and address his basic needs before he can be in a relationship. Man has to go find maturity somewhere. He usually finds maturity through responsibility somewhere. That's why that's the main purpose that lies in profession. It's responsibility, and you finding a way to use your profession to expiate karma and plant those good seeds out in the world. It's not about just making money. But anywho, talks about Julia, right? The reason why someone like Julia is attracted to her is because Marley's sense of self is not strong. It's not based on her being feminine. This girl pushed him because she had a big laugh. That's why you admire her, because she has a big laugh and she's open with what she really means is. Another thing, too, is Western women really admired basically masculine women or the kind of woman who comes off like, she don't give a fuck about it. She just don't give a fuck. She don't care. That's not a good trait. You know how hard it is to get along with someone who don't give a fuck? But that's what she mostly means. She admires the fact that it seems like, Julia don't care about how fat she is. She don't care that her husband is it looks like a big vagina. You know what I'm saying? Her husband's not masculine at all. And her husband looks and sounds evil. She don't care about that. That's what she likes. Because in the mind of a girl like Marley and Keely, those girls have very high anxiety, and they do not understand relationships, the purpose of relationships, or what makes a relationship good. Because when we get deep into the story, they're going to talk about these crazy experiences they had with people that Jeff and Julia not so much forced them to be with, but they peer pressured them for the sake of creating these people who are poster children or poster childs. Or creating someone who's a poster child or someone who can be used to advertise the product. Also, for the content creators, on another tangent, this is the power of realizing what your product is and refining the product and keeping the person buying long as possible. Now, they're using their powers for evil. I keep saying, maybe I should scam to keep y'all away from the better or the worst scammers. Because I just scam you a little bit. I wouldn't scam you. I wouldn't say, you got to give me $222 a month. I wouldn't say, just give me $20 a month. I'm cool with making $240 off you that year. That's good. Stay with me for a year. I'm good. I made my $240 off you and whatnot. And you gotta think big, baby. That's your problem. You have no vision. No vision. All right, think big. $240. I get 1,000, y'all. They gave me $240, y'all. Man, I just killed the game. All needs 1,000 of you. That'd be $240,000 if you can't do simple math. I don't know, man. I think maybe I need to go ahead and scam a little bit. Do I have any other bars for these two sisters right here? But no, they represent the kind of toxic leftist women that you do not want to meet. And guys, we are very looks driven. You meet one of these two, and they look like they might be a little curvy. I don't know. It's some curvy Becky's in there too, sir. Yeah, he has no respect. You want to say hi?
Hi.
Right. Say how you doing, YouTube?
On the YouTube.
Say how you doing, YouTube?
How do YouTube?
YouTube.
YouTube.
Tuba.
Toot.
Ba.
YouTube. So sub.
Oh, YouTube.
YouTube sub.
YouTube stop. What you mean stop?
Sub.
Stop.
What's up?
Oh, you saying what's up? Or you saying stop?
Stop.
You mean like a car? Stop the car?
A car.
All right, not right now. Okay, I'm doing the video. Now you're in the video. You're talking in the video. Like I actually not do, but you're here anyway. All right, say bye. Say bye to him. Say bye.
They call game.
You can say bye to YouTube. Say bye YouTube.
Bye YouTube.
All right. Go ahead, Levi. You gotta go to bed a little bit. Go get the tablet. I don't know if it's charging or not. You gotta go to bed. You'll hear him run across the ground is like freaking crazy. Anywho, lost my whole train of thought. But now, they definitely like represent those kind of girls that you want to avoid. So young men out there, go ahead and open the tablet, please. Goodness gracious, he don't care about the content whatsoever. Anywho, I guess that's all I wanted to say, man. This little freestyle video, man. I'm gonna keep on breaking down this documentary and whatnot, and we're gonna keep working, man. Hope y'all safe out there. 6 packs, dice, like, share, subscribe. Mr. Lane, if you need me, man.